Greetings, I am TiPit, and I never thought I would say this, but I hate Black Ops 3. Actually, I say this all the time, to be honest, but that's because I hate, like, how some things go around, or, like, the game is de-optimized for PC. But to be honest, ever since that day, the moment where Infinite Warfare became open to the entire public, I can't stand Black Ops 3. Okay, there's been this huge transition where things have become unplayable in the game. Okay, I know a lot of people are going to say this already happens, and it already always happened, but there are so many people using auto shotguns and haymakers and VMPs, and it's unreal. You know what? I would almost want people to start using the PO6. That feels more skilled than people using A shotguns. Okay, in the background right now, I have a 58 and 1 gameplay. That is how bad the team was. I played the whole match trying to get 0 kills and 0 deaths, and at the end I actually got killed, and I actually started using my mothership, and at that point I could have gotten way more points if I'd actually started using my mothership earlier, but I didn't. In 1 minute I got 23 kills. The game ended while I was still in the mothership. That's how bad the enemy team was. But it's because there are so many noobs that are joining the game. And so these players are level 1, level 2, and then you start playing the game. They barely have any weapons at their disposal, and then they unlock the VMP. New players are used to playing with very rapid weapons. They're just like, oh, it's a VMP, so I'm going to use that. So you start using the VMPs or the auto shotguns, the Burshier or the Haymaker, and that's all they're good at. And it's really frustrating that even with that, you would say it's okay, it's acceptable. They're new players, they're noobs, and then they'll learn to play better. No. Not only do they not start playing better, and that's the only weapon they use. For crying out loud, use a Kuda. I hate when people use Kudas, but you know what? It's way better than when people use the VMPs and auto shotguns. Just use that. You know what? Forget it. Just go for that. But you know what? That's the problem, is people aren't even doing that. They're only using the cheap weapons. They're only camping in the corners, using all the trip mines, the shock chargers, and they're just waiting for people to run by. That's what I've been seeing. People have never lied down on the ground more than in the last 2 weeks, where people have just been camping and sitting in corners and waiting for you to come around the corner where they have full shock charges and they're just sitting there ready to shoot you. It's unreal. And you guys might say, this has always been happening. I'm like, no, this is different. This has been ridiculous, especially since the last 2 weeks. Even players that have been playing this game for a long time, you know, their ranks are pretty high, or they're even Master Prestige or something, they've been using VMPs so much. They've been using auto shotguns so much. I've never seen it been used this much, and it's absolutely abhorring. I didn't even look at Infinite Warfare because I know at this point in my life, with things going on, school and all that, I'm not planning on buying the game anyways. So I held off on that, and I was like, I'm not even looking. So I didn't even know when the game actually got out. I just know that all of a sudden it felt like there was nothing left in the game but the weakest or the cheapest players. Not only did all my great friends leave, the players that are oftentimes the best at this game, but also the players that are left are only the quote-unquote trash of the game. People will say, yes, this always happened. VMPs, haymakers, auto shotguns, that's normal. It's always happened. I agree, but not to this ratio. It feels like every single match, there is one VMP player and one auto shotgun player, and minimum, I'm talking about minimum, okay? Or the whole team is composed of level 3s and 4s, and they're just getting destroyed. That is unreasonable. That is ridiculous, and I can't stand this. This is ridiculous. Where has skill gone? I guess it's all gone to Infinite Warfare, but that people just say, hey, let's all just use the cheapest weapons, that is not right. That is not right. Hey, since when do you go to the lowest common denominator and say, this is what I'm going to be using because it's the cheapest and it's the easiest to use? That shows not only zero skill, but that shows zero character. If that's the only thing you're able to do is use the easiest weapons possible, you are not respected, sir. I cannot respect your actions because that is disgusting. I have been so frustrated in the last 2 weeks. I have not been this frustrated in my entire life of gaming. I can't stand playing Black Ops 3. Seeing Master Prestige players sitting in the back with the Locust, with the Thermal, just sitting there camping. That has become commonplace, and that's not how it should be. So basically, this whole video is to say, you know what, Black Ops 3 is going down the chute, not because the game is terrible, although it can be very frustrating out sometimes, but it's going down the chute because the players have no respect for the game and have zero respect for themselves also. Basically, It's really maddening for me. I'm really frustrated, and I met some great people there, and I want to continue playing with them. But every single game, I get red in the face at how mad and frustrating it is to play with these ignoramuses. I have never been more disgusted in a player base than this. Guys, win with grace and lose with honor. Don't play cheaply, and even when you do win, don't go after the other team negatively. They lost, it's okay, let it like that. If they played well, even respect them for having played well, even if they lost. TiPit out.